GM, we are live. We had a doubtful tag, but we still managed to suit up. So I apologize. I tweeted out that I didn't think we were going live, and here we are. So let me put out a couple things. We had a kind of crazy day yesterday, both on the home front and in the VR and Dawg Bowl streets. For those of you who did not know, we got very close, very, very, very close to shipping another Dawg Bowl seat. But for Brock Bowers' heroic performance, we were going to Kansas City ×2. It would have been absolutely epic. There was a period of literally under 15 seconds where I was in third and it looked pretty good. And then Brock Bowers scored, and then he scored again to completely bury me. But this team here with Flacco, Chase Brown, Rico Dowdle, Rashee Rice, T. Higgins, and Loveland. Rashee Rice had I think it was about a 30-some-odd yard catch, which pushed me up into third. And then Bowers scored. So every team ahead of me has Bowers, except for Mathology here, who got bumped, and Best Ball Viper, who it looked like was going to cash all day with this absolute monster of a performance from his wide receivers. It looked like he was getting in, and unfortunately, he got bumped with that final touchdown. So again, Brock Bowers did us in. It did in Mathology, which really sucks. I was really rooting for him. He had an awesome team. He was in second with Brian Thomas still left to play. So it looked like he had a real good shot. And he didn't get home, which stinks because I was absolutely pulling for him. And then ourselves, all of these teams had Bowers. I mean, you guys will just have to trust me. I won't click through all of them, but every single person had Bowers. Chad Matchke, he almost got in. He had a really good team. He still had BTJ and Bowers. But you know what? Friend of the show, Gunnar Ross, got home. So even though Brock Bowers did boot us out, those 37.5 points got him there. So it was a sweat. I really thought I had a good shot, but unfortunately a generational Bowers performance kept us out. But absolute congratulations, Crutches, super sharp drafter. I mean, when we draft, we take a look at what he did. This team, Caleb, CMC, a Travion swap from Pacheco. So, we knew Pacheco was going to be out. I'm sure this was drafted earlier in the week before he got the out tag. And then he got Travion Henderson. And then Drake London, Rashid Shaheed, and Brock Bowers. I mean, that is an absolute example of using the Q tag to stay on the clock and get you home. So huge congratulations to Crutches. Look forward to seeing him in Kansas City. He is a brilliant guy, and I'm glad to see, if some of the people we know are going to get bumped, at least someone like Crutches gets in, and then Gunnar Ross gets there. So good stuff. Gunnar Ross, Flacco, CMC, Dowdle. We talked a lot about Dowdle. He was one of my highest owned players. Unfortunately, he just wasn't on this particular team of mine that got there. And wow, 1.6 points from Metcalf. Gunnar Ross dragging DK Metcalf, kicking and screaming to the Dawg Bowl, and then Higgins and Bowers. So I mean, this Bowers performance, absolutely unbelievable. And AWE, that's his third seat. I mean, my goodness, all over the leaderboard, 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 8th. I mean, he almost did the thing where you got 4 seats and you just get paid out for that. So absolutely incredible stuff there. Let me roll through chat. Really appreciate the support. Just to tell you, I said I wasn't going to come because my kiddo, we had to take him to the hospital last night, but he's okay. Everything's okay. He's back with mom. You would not know this kid was in the hospital. We didn't get home till 3:30 in the morning. So I am pretty tired. This may not be the greatest performance you ever see. I really need some coffee, but we're going to do our best. Of course, Pete comes on at 10. So at least we have an out. We have an out for cutting this stream at 10 or slightly before, but I'm glad I was able to go. I'm glad he's doing well. Everyone's good, but we're T Cage GM to you. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming by. FF Chef, good morning to you. Go AZ Cards, good morning. T Cage, to full fade London and only lose 200 feels like a gift. Thank you, Bowers. Oof. Yep. Yeah, London was I didn't have that much London, but he was on. I thought he was on a team of mine that was making some noise, but I guess not. There. Brian, GM, tough beat for you was pull. Hey, Brian, appreciate you. I thought I was, whenever you have a sweat, because I was in fourth very quickly into the Chiefs game because Rashee Rice had that early touchdown. And I let myself think, I was like, oh, I think I've got to be favored to get in. And then Rashee Rice did very, very little. I mean, he still would have had to, I needed 12 more points, a little over 12 more points to get in from him. And that's a tall ask. 12 half-point PPR points is a lot. He would have had to end with like 28 or something. But facing a generational tight end performance feels like a touch of run bad. Just a touch. Like, if Bowers scores 12 less points, what does that put him at? So if Brock Bowers only scores 25, I get in. Like, if you say a tight end's gonna score 25 points, that's usually pretty good. But anyway, that was a tough run out. Hey, GM Steven, appreciate you coming by. Go AZ Cards, you and Math had some sweats at him. Awin is an incredible player, but yeah, it sucks. I was really pulling for Mathology. Knew it was T. Higgins, but I didn't play enough. You did, Terrence. You called it out. I might have even almost maligned it as the do theory, but kudos to you, man. Kudos to you. Great call. I had Higgins on this team. I didn't play him enough either, but 20 targets a week is too much. It is too much. GM Joel, appreciate you coming by, hanging out. Thank you, Viper. Oh my God, I know that game going to overtime, because I was like, I was still kind of alive. Like, if the Chiefs got the ball back, and then when that game went to overtime, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, he's just gonna score more. I was dead even if he didn't go to overtime. But it would have been, I think I would have been out by like 2 or 3 points instead of 12. It pushed me. I mean, it cost me like, I think it cost me like $500 or $600, which is a bummer. But when you're fighting for a Dawg Bowl seat, it's sort of like binary. Candlelight breakfast. Hey, good morning to you, Mike Rob. Appreciate you so much. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning. Horrific beat for Vibe. I thought he was in. I thought there was no chance he didn't get the seat. I think he qualified earlier, didn't he, or no? I can't remember if he's already has a seat or not. I could have won the Wildcat if I chose him on it. You can't go back and look at that, Steven. It's a path to pain, because we all have 1v1s if you look hard enough that could have done something. But yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. Metcalf, Dudding killed Metcalf, absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Him and Odunze. Oh my God, Odunze. Terrible. Chris Sperkle, GM Candles. Hey, GM to you, Chris. No. Really, Brian? Sad for me. And that one team I drafted, had that guy not sniped me on Loveland, I would have qualified. Because we even talked about that. We talked about how that made no sense. Because didn't that guy go 2 tight end? Oh, because you took Caleb. I remember this. Oh my God. That's so killer. I'm sorry. That is brutal. But Chris, GM to you. Sorry, I saw that comment oh my God, that stinks. Chris, thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. Your support. The comments after the stream really helps. That really helps with the algo. Congrats, Gunnar Ross. Hey, yeah. I mean, my gosh, good for him, man. Good stuff. One of the good ones, Gunnar Ross. So glad to see Gunnar Ross get home. I was off Odunze. He was getting a good corner. Apparently, the Bengals have one good corner. Because this isn't the first time but we're just so blinded by the tight end funnel that we ignore. They actually might have a good player too. Grats to all. Hey, TK. Yeah. I mean, those are three people that we all know and know are very sharp players. Arm covers. He's not a nose. No, only Devontae Adams, the biggest nose out there, they say. Joel, between the Packers off Kraft and Rome 0, I need a new hobby trifecta. Wow, yeah. If I look at my My sorry, I've been up since like 4. My Badge Bros Brawl, which I was absolutely crushing, it has gone so south. My highest exposed players. All right, this is so brutal. 82% Scatabo dead. 47.5% Jaden Daniels dead. 44% Tucker Craft dead. And we were advancing. I think I was advancing like 38 teams as of last night. So I've cursed up. Jalen Hurts is in trouble because that is absolutely brutal stuff there. Stroud concussion hurt me. Yeah, that one didn't really hurt me. I'm gonna be honest. Go easy cards, but I hate to see anyone leave with a concussion. It looked bad. It's got to hurt all of the Houston pieces. Detective Davis Mills is not very good. Gunnar Ross, congrats. Yeah, go easy cards. Congrats, Gunnar Ross. Yeah, awesome stuff. Hey, PPR Tyler, what up, big dog? Hey, appreciate you so much, PPR Tyler. Hope you're having a great day. Good stuff there, PPR Tower. One of the good ones. One of the members of the Toxic Tower, along with Emo Cowboy. Howdy, good morning, Emo Cowboy. Appreciate you. Y'all should definitely sub to the Toxic Tower. One of the good shows. GM, RIP Jalen Phillips. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Yes, I didn't even see the terms of the trade because I'll be honest. I mean, I have not looked at anything for this slate yet, so we're gonna find it out together. But no, I don't know what we gave up for him, but we will see. Congrats, everybody. I had the 2 TD Warren call. You did. Chris Burkle called it. Warren is a great shout. Crutches was on him. We identified that. We saw Crutches pulling him up early, but Chris was on that too. So appreciate all of you. This is fine. Just stopped in to tell Chatties, hey, this is fine. Appreciate you. You're the best. This is fine. Thanks so much. Well, look who strolls in with the casual GM. Hey, Gunnar Ross. Appreciate you so much. Congratulations, man. I get to meet you in Kansas City. That's so exciting. So that'll be awesome. Get to hang there. Well deserved. Great stuff. Part of me feels like you got a seat already, and so now I can't remember. But congratulations. I mean, that is so awesome to see you at the top of the board there. But not surprising. Him is Higgins. Yep. I mean, what a performance from T. Higgins. My God. Yeah, we all make mistakes and choices. That is true. Yeah, I had a earlier one where I was taking Jerry Jeudy early in the week, and by the end I took no Jeudy and took all Devonta Smith. And if I had taken Smith over Jeudy in one of my dog bowls, I had a second seat. Like, I think I would have won the contest. And so it's like, well, that sucks. Like, you can't go back and look at them or they'll drive you nuts. We did love Loveland. We did, and then I got scared of Cole Kmet. So I had a lot of Loveland teams early in the week. So that was a brutal. He went 2 tight end. I had Caleb, Jacobs, Warren, London, T. Higgins, and he had to take Henry in the 6th. Yep. Oh, God. That sucks. I just can't believe, and it's like such a random thing to do. It's so dumb. I'm sorry, Brian. That is so killer. There. Congrats, Gunnar Ross. Yeah. Absolutely. Huge congrats to Gunnar Ross. 25% craft in BBM and a third of my advancing teams. Oh, I have a ton of craft in BBM. I can I'll pull up BBMDB. We can go over the, oh, you bubbled last week. Oh, nice. Okay. I could not remember. So let's share this tab instead. We're advancing 33 BBM teams, which is nice, but we have 20 Tucker Craft teams, 5 of which are advancing. So 20 Tucker Craft teams is a little bit high. Hey, Joel, congrats, Gunnar Ross. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So we have a lot of Tucker Craft in BBM. We have 12 Jaden Daniels teams. So yesterday definitely took a toll for sure. This is not one of those injuries we dodged. This one hit us pretty hard. Missed it. How bad was the Craft injury? So everything for me kind of ended early. Like I watched none of that the game because I had things go kind of south on the home front. It sounds like it could be season ending. Initially, they were like, we think it's they came out right away and said like it could be the ACL. They haven't confirmed it last I saw, but it's like it's probably over with how late this happened. I guess maybe if he didn't tear his ACL and it was just some like bad hyperextension. But I think, yeah, Gunnar Ross says they say season. I haven't seen it officially yet. Again, I didn't get to do my normal like prep I do for this, so like we kind of just like hopped in. But yeah, FF Chef crap. Probably, but they haven't confirmed it. But yeah, I'm holding out hope. I mean, what an exciting player. Sucks. It is not good. Yeah, RM cover says definitely out for the rest of the regular season. Okay. Yeah, that is sounds like it's all but confirmed there. Team expects he tore 99%. Okay. Yeah, it's so brutal. And now we look. We've got a 3% chance. Our eliminator team. It's I did look at this. It's over. It is we are now up less than 2 points. And our opponent has Javante and George Pickens left. So if either of them scores 8 points, we're dead. And by 8 points, it's like 7.4 points, I think, if I'm doing the math right. 7.5 points, something like that. So we really need Dallas to score 0 points. So our eliminator team dies. That's okay. We had a good run. We couldn't overcome the Scatabo injury. Garrett Wilson was on bye. Yoshi Voss put up a heroic performance. Tucker Kraft got hurt. We were really carried by Kelsey and Kraft, kind of ping-ponging good weeks. And the bell tolled for us. Tucker Kraft went down. So, oh yeah, go easy cards. It's over. It's over. Yeah, this team died. So we had a good run. We made it pretty far. We only entered 47 teams, but this will be the last of the eliminators. Karen says, "Love without Kraft will be a tough ride." Yeah, I mean, Kraft definitely seemed like the most dependable option. They have a cavalcade of receivers. Still going to be annoying for fantasy. Luke Musgrave. You know, I do remember the Musgrave Kraft wars from last year. There were good people on both sides. Musgrave's not like a total dud. I think he's a downgrade, and probably a fairly significant downgrade. But I don't know if I send love to. They don't like to throw the ball unless they have to anyway. Like they're the least fun team. We just saw them lose to Carolina. Like crazy stuff. The Packers have been part of 2 mass extinction events for Survivor, by the way. If anyone's still in Survivor, they definitely wiped out a lot of teams. Need 20 from McBride to win my elim. That's doable. That's doable. I mean, Dallas is a pass funnel. You could definitely get home. That could get there. FF Chef, I've got 1 elim remaining. It's been a heck of a ride. Hey, good luck, FF Chef. I mean, we're down, what is it, like 380 teams left? Something like that. Good stuff there. Joel says, I have 11 Musgrave teams. BBM. The Musgrave people. The Musgrave people getting home. I'm advancing my 1 team. I have Mahomes and Rice on bye. Need an easy matchup. Well, there's going to be a lot of easy matchups. There's going to be a lot of teams that are kind of ghost ships sailing through to the finals. All right. Let's see what the week looks like. Pete getting by 1 of 2 in eliminator. Awesome. Yeah, Pete got his team through. Davis and Liam got their team through. So good stuff to come. Herzig has a team that's like still alive, even though it's like losing players left and right. So yeah, hopefully we see some fun matchups because I think I will be sidelined. All right, you know what I'll do? I'm going to look at the rankings before I hop right into one. So this is what we're on. I'll go position by position because I don't know this slate at all. We're going to learn this one together. This is not the right slate. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's look at the quarterbacks we got on the slate. And right away, let's ignore ADP because these are all going to be like super phony because there haven't been many drafts. It looks like we're led by Lamar and Allen. We would have had Jaden Daniels. He's going to miss the rest of the season. Drake May, Jackson Dart, Baker, Staffy, Goff, Darnold. Darnold I box score watched. I didn't get to watch the game last night, but he put up gaudy numbers. Gaudy numbers. Purdy should be back. JJ McCarthy, T-Law, Caleb against the Giants. That should be that should be pretty fun game there. That Giants Bears game. So yeah, not a bad QB slate. Let's check out running backs. We've got CMC, Gibbs, Cook, A-Chain, Henry, Dowdle. This is a pretty strong list here. I imagine if Dowdle's actually ADP of 13, I'm going to get to a ton of him because he played very well in a very bad matchup against the Packers. Kyron, if Bucky's back, that's going to be a Q tag. Maybe we click early in the week and swap off of him. Judkins, Breece Hall, one of the Swift Monungai pairing. So not too bad. Not too bad of a running back slate. Definitely some options. All right, let's see. Let me catch back up. I'm losing my voice. It's all over. TK's my Pats. Yeah, the Pats are good. As a Dolphins fan, it stinks watching everyone else having fun. By everyone else, I mean the Bills and the Pats. And yeah, Pats are legit. GM, ATX Bearcat. Hey, appreciate you for coming by. By the way, if you have not liked and subbed, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. I realized I didn't put on my subs only chat. I gotta put that on. You gotta get the people to click it. Sometimes you have to do a little arm twisting there. Great game. The Patriots, yeah. Yep. The Falcons are kind of an odd duck, but Patriots are looking good. What's up with Gibbs? I don't know. They decided to give Montgomery the ball. Although neither were very effective, it is odd to see Montgomery out touching Gibbs. It just doesn't seem correct. And I think Davis tweeted something to that effect. But I agree. What are we doing? I was watching a lot of that game and I just odd. They usually are pretty good against the Vikings and they couldn't get it going. Ciroc, GM, watch the Bauer stuff surge past you late. I let myself believe. I let myself think, and then it literally scored the highest scoring performance of the year. I think was Bauer's. It took that to keep us out, Ciroc. That's what I'll say. It took a generational. No tight end has scored that many points since 2020. So it took a 5-year storm to stop us. Mr. Brad, GM. Sometimes I wonder if there's people who potentially make bad picks. Mr. Brad, you are in the right place. There's something. There has to be. There's weird things happen in these playbooks, and we see it every single week. So I don't know. It is odd. Like I don't know why it's like a string of no Badgers comes in and drafts like Matt Stafford at pick 3, and it just gets really weird. Terrence off Lamar. He's not fully mobile. This is a trap week. Let's see. Who are they playing? They are playing the Vikings. Yeah, it's hard to tell. He might not be fully mobile. He does have another week to practice. It's also the mini bye. They played Thursday, and they're playing the Dolphins. They probably need to run that much. I don't know. I probably will get to Lamar just because he can absolutely bury you. Yes, they're called the market. FF Chef, I don't know, man. The people that play the playbooks, he's kind of onto something. It's weird. It can be weird. TKH, Aaron Jones looked so damn good, then tweaked something. Yeah, he is infuriating. And it stinks because I have a lot of Mason. I have a fair amount of Aaron Jones. I kind of cooled on him late and took a lot of Mason in my season-long stuff. And Mason kind of disappointed. So I'm not even like that excited for anything. I think it just stinks for everyone. I'm saying this week's Bucks patch should have a lot of interest. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That is absolutely a game to target. Off the hop, just first time looking. Bucks Pats looks fun. I almost feel like Seattle, Arizona could be fun, possibly. There was another this Giants Bears game. Assuming there's no weather, which I haven't even looked at the weather, but it's just games in Chicago. Once November hits, I start making sure. Detroit came into game with agendas instead of playing to their strength. I don't know. They tried to appease their left hand and got beat. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're good enough to where they probably weren't like losing because they were trying to like force JMO the ball or get Monty more involved. Maybe. I mean, it's possible. Vikings are also good. I mean, we always respect Flores' defenses, but then for some reason, Detroit seemed to have their number. It'd be awesome if UD hired a sharp person to set the playbook ADP starting out versus starting out with projections. Yeah, because if you do projections, then QBs bubble to the top. So and then you get this like anchoring effect. So JSN Darnold stacks. My gosh, I know. I agree there. TK says it doesn't look like a scrolly type of week. Well, that's a good segue. Let's see what we got here. So Puka and JSN are going to be the very clear 1 and 2s. Amon-Ra, Jefferson. McCarthy looked pretty competent there. I feel like there was a lot more Jalen Naylor than I wanted to see. I don't know what was up with that, if they like practiced together a lot. I felt like he would like look to Naylor in kind of big spots, which I felt was not odd, but also he might be open because they're busy covering Jefferson and Addison. All right, Ibuka could be a chance for him to bounce back. We haven't seen Tampa because they're on bye. Excuse me. So we'll see. We'll see what we get because Evans is back, right? He didn't get hurt again, did he? He got hurt again. Placed on IR. Okay, Evans is dead. Is Godwin back? Godwin's their Q tag. Not a candidate to play week 8. It might just be the Ibuka show. It might be the Ibuka show again. Devontae with his nose for the end zone. Nico, Tet, Waddle. Waddle definitely has some trade risk. Zay Flowers, Diggs. Garrett Wilson. I think if Garrett Wilson is down here at pick 30, I'm definitely going to get a little bit of Garrett Wilson there. Odunze, flop lag. Absolutely not going to fade Odunze. Cooper Kupp missed out on the party. Stinks he didn't get to play. Definitely going to have some interest in Wandale and Slayton. Slayton didn't quite get there. 5 for 62. Not bad. He was someone we were taking in dog bowls. He did have an end zone target that it was close to a PI, but they were, they did look at him in the red zone, which I do like to see. He can get there on very limited volume, so don't mind that. Debo, and now we're getting great. Although MHJ, that's if he's a scroll early, I'll probably have a little bit of interest there. Again, these are all going to shuffle, just kind of getting an overview of the slate. Now let's see tight end. Yeah, McBride, Kittle didn't really do much, but that's sort of the nature of Kittle. He'll have games like that. Laporta, Kincaid, Loveland. Yeah, I mean, it's a concussion for Kmet, so it's possible he's back, but I'll probably draft a fair amount of Loveland, at least early in the week. Maybe I'll get my shares early, and if it's a split, I'll stop like I did last time. Andrews, Henry, the Fannin bet. Hawkinson was okay. Theo Johnson was a popular click who didn't really get home, but I'm sure people will go back to him to some extent. So yeah, not a bad slate. Not a bad slate here. Lee 121503 GMGM. I'll watch later. Want to drop and say hi. Thought for a while that Rice team would get there. I did too, man. I did too. I told myself I really thought I was a favorite to get there at one point after the first quarter of the Chiefs game. I felt like I was like, I have to be favored here. And then Rice did almost nothing the rest of the game. He did very, very little. And Brock Bowers did an awful lot. So it was a tough run. Hey, but appreciate the support. And thank you so much for coming by. Terrence Gibbs smash. Could be. Definitely could be. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. My frozen. Shoot, something is not right. I don't know. All right. Well, we froze for a second. McBride will drop an ADP if Murray is back. I don't know, man. This seems like a soft benching. I think we're gonna learn a lot tonight. If Brissett is good, are they really gonna go back? I don't know. This could be Kyler gets to play a lot of Call of Duty. ATX Bearcat, Tyrone Tracy, not him. Nope. Tyrone Tracy is not that good. I hate to do it. I hate to say it, but he's clearly not that great. Is BTJ dead? I don't think he's dead. I think he's still playing through injury. So I don't know. Jake says, imagine drafting Rice over London, Higgins, London, and Bowers. Yeah. You know what, I guess my one bone to pick with the last slate was it was definitely easier if you had the 1 or 2 and you got McCaffrey in the Dawg Bowl. I think all 3 teams were CMC Bowers teams that got in. Bowers naturally was on the left side of the board at the 2-3 turn. So you got that. They paired together a lot because if you remember from the board, there were the 4 elite tight ends. They all typically went on the left side of the board. And you had Bowers teams that got stuck on. I had like Gibbs was my most drafted player. I kept getting the 3. Like I just kept getting the 3 hole and I couldn't get a McBride team and all the Gibbs teams were dead. You know, all the Jonathan Taylor teams were dead. Like you needed CMC and you kind of needed Bowers unless you got one of those like London or Higgins with Loveland late. But you had a huge edge if you took CMC. So it was like, I don't know. I don't love the slates where it feels like you have a monster edge getting like the 1 or 2 hole. And we had one of those slates. That's just to like nitpick. And I had a little bit of run bad in the RNG. I didn't get many teams over there. It's fine. I'm not saying like, you know, I'm not belly aching, but I like the slates where, you know, maybe CMC and Taylor and Gibbs or Bijan goes off. So you could kind of like get there with multiple drafts rather than, you know, needing the one guy in the top 3. All right, T. Cage says, I would like to let the record show I was in first for about 5 seconds with my Goff, Laporta stack and DJ Moore. I thought I didn't have enough Laporta very early, and that was very quickly forgotten. Steven says, seems like every week people in the first round have bad games. This week, Taylor, Rice, Gibbs come to mind. Oh, Bijan. Yeah. Yeah, right. I mean, Rice had, what do you have, like 19 points or something like that? Or, you know, it wasn't like horrendous, but it just wasn't what we drafted him for. But again, even if I got 8 or 9 more points, I still didn't get there with what Bowers did. Like I needed 12 more points from him. It was just a Bowers nuke. It was very hard to get there without Bowers. In fact, nobody got there without Bowers, but Mythology and I got the closest, no, I guess, Best Ball Viper. The 3 of us, the no Bowers people. Let's see. JT, Chase, Gibbs all flop. Yeah, it was brutal. But I guess let's try to hop into Playbook. If anyone wants to get in, we're waiting for 2. I'm going to try to do the timestamps here. But appreciate all of you. Appreciate the support. Have so much fun doing these. Would have loved to have gotten that second seat, but we did not. Dawg Bowl review. I'll put 25. Week preview. And now we are at 33:30. All right. So we got the timestamps in. We're started and we're at the 5. We've got Sirac in here. We have Tyler. Gosh, I always mess this up. I know Tyler's in here, but I forget who their username is. But appreciate all of you. Let's draft some playbooks. And if we're gonna draft some playbooks, let's feed the ducks. All right, T Cage. Yes. Gosh darn it. Sorry. It was a long night. I didn't get to bed till 4. So I'd have had no coffee. We're not making excuses. We're just telling you the state of affairs. The state of affairs here. So if we're at the 5, off the rip, I think this ADP of Puka and JSN over the remaining running backs is probably correct. it is going to be literally impossible for me not to take James Cook like every single time he's at the top of the queue. James Cook against the Dolphins could run for 3,000 yards. James Cook ran all over the Chiefs, who are very good. Gonna end up with a ton of him. I think I would probably even have him ranked over Gibbs. Washington could be in a lot of trouble without Daniels. Gibbs is such a game breaker that I don't want to end up out on that. But I think I would go CMC, JSN. I'm trying to think how I would have these ranked, because I think these ADPs are fake. CMC will be the 1. Is JSN the 2? And then Puka? I think I would go CMC, JSN, Puka, Cook, Gibbs. But I also see an argument for moving Cook all the way up to the 2. And let's do Dowdle here. I think Dowdle is going to be pretty good. I don't know. Again, these ADPs are going to shift. These first playbooks, it's always a little. These are a little wonky. We're kind of learning them together. These teams can be ugly. I did get 4th in the playbook, though. I think in one of these stream drafts, like 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. So that was fun. Top 5 a contest. But yeah, sometimes we draft a team where we're like, yeah, that didn't go so hot. No, TKH, I just got to remember. You've got the Tyler and the C in there, and then we got TKH. So I should be able to put 2 and 2 together. Go AZ Cards. Time to slow down on DBQ. Take my 1 seat with profit, or 1 or 2 DBQs plus. You're throwing a lot of numbers at me right now. Go AZ Cards. I did a lot of Wildcats actually, and I did them by autoing. And I'll go over that last time. It actually went. I think I turned a profit in the Wildcat. I think I did like 80 or something. We had one team finish in the top 100 that I think paid for most of it. So I think I'm kind of Wildcat pilled. I think the main BR is something I'll do on stream in a handful. But as far as bankroll health, it's pretty bad. Really bad. So I don't know. I definitely feel like the Wildcat is a contest I'm going to focus more on, because the payouts are so much smoother than the main BR. You just get all the glory for winning the main BR. Although I won the main BR and I don't think I actually got any glory, so there's not even that. There's not even that. Sirac had the playbook 1 yesterday until the last Bowers touchdown. Finished 4th with no Bowers. Oh, the curse of 4th place on the stream. That's brutal. They should have separate payouts for the non-Bowers teams. Like they should have for the 3 of us. There's the Dawg Bowl. We should get the cat dish. We should get our own contest for people who still almost made it. Alas. All right, what do we want to do here? Bucky goes. We need a wide receiver. I don't think I want Pet and Dowdle. I mean, Devontae Adams just has the nose. Let's just do that. Let's do that. We'll play the nose narrative. I might take Drake May here, but what's happened with quarterbacks? So we've had Allen and Lamar go. May, Dart, Baker, and then somebody stacked. Yeah, I'll just take Drake May here. I think I'll just take Drake May here. The big Kincaid, the Kincaid Industrial Complex got home. Haters and shambles. I don't know where I stand with Kincaid. I actually drafted a ton of him, so I can't even call myself a hater. But he's just he annoys me to where I kind of don't like him. And he's also a Bill, so I tend to root against him. But yeah, every time they use him, he's good. Maybe they should use him more. But anytime you can get Dawson Knox and Spencer Hawes, Spencer Hawes, I think outstapped him 2 weeks ago. So I don't know. We'll see where we end up with on tight end this week. I think there's some good options. Wouldn't mind a Steph Diggs. He looked pretty good. What is his stat line? Yeah, he only had 4 targets. Man, those targets are brutal. He's like not a full-time player. Other quarterback situation to watch, by the way, because we're here in the playbook where Justin Fields doesn't even have an ADP. All right, you should consider the risk is they really do bench him, and then he's like active and plays a snap or doesn't play, and you're in like Q swap hell. But that is somebody to consider. Somebody to consider if he's really going to have no ADP in these early like if you're trying to jump on early value. To me, Fields matchup's not great. Matchup is definitely not great, but if you're looking for someone who might go lower owned in the playbook, if we're getting really sweaty, I don't hate that shout. Again, if he doesn't play, I'm sorry. If he doesn't, you have to realize you might be risking your playbook buy-in. But all right, let's see. Yeah, 32 ADP on Rome is crazy. It's too low. That's gonna rise up. It's definitely gonna rise up. Terrence, weird seeing JSN ahead of Puka. I think I'll pass. I don't know, man. JSN is pretty good. JSN is pretty good. I get it though. It is hard to pass on Puka. Puka got dinged up again. I think he came back in. But just keep an eye on that. Sometimes like players play through stuff with adrenaline, and then stuff can change. All right, so tight end. I'm gonna get one of the last tight ends here. If no one's really that exciting. I guess Hunter Henry's kind of the pick, right? Well, Tyler's gonna pick, so maybe he's gonna take Hunter Henry. I guess because I have Drake May, so he takes Hunter Henry. That's okay. We're gonna take a tight end here. Oops. What do I want to do? I mean, a wide receiver here. I'll take a Wandale. No. I'm going too slow. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna get him. All right, we'll take Wandale there. I don't only want to have Wandale with Dart. Again, this is the playbook, so it's like this is kind of its own jam. But I like Wandale this week. I think picking on Chicago is not a bad path. And I think if I could redo it, I probably would have just passed on May to take Dart. What other quarterbacks went? Oh, these people all still need quarterbacks. All right, we need a tight end. Taysom Hill did something, right? Didn't he? Yeah, four attempts for 30 yards. The Taysom Hill package is back. If you want to really get sweaty. And you know what? Am I really that excited to take Mark Andrews and his touchdown dependency? No. All right, we're going to take Taysom Hill. We're going to believe in something. We're going to try to win the playbook. And so this team is Drake May, James Cook, Rico Dowdle, Devontae Adams, Wandale, and Taysom Hill. If we're being more serious, probably just a pick would be like an Andrews or a Hawkinson. Theo Johnson, I think, is still clickable. Yeah, this is going to be really tough in the Dawg Bowls. I'll say that. It is going to be a very tough tight end slate in Dawg Bowls. Just looking at, we did have Smoothly go double tight end, which kind of mucked things up a little bit. Him doing that kind of forced me into a Taysom. So it looks like for the 6 persons, you're probably okay. I don't know. Just a thought. Go AZ cards. I'm not. Diggs is fine, but he's gonna be with May like every time, and he just doesn't play enough. Like, I don't know. I have a hard time seeing Diggs be the guy you need. Whereas I know it's like, oh, is Wandale going to be the guy you need? Well, it's like actually kinda. He could. He's been the number 1 target in an offense we like in a good matchup. So I don't know. But I see the vision. I mean, I definitely see if you want to prefer stacking. I wouldn't get too upset there. AZ QBs, will Murray be benched? I mean, if only we had an Arizona Cardinals fan that we could lean on for that to find out there. Mike Robb says, Daniel Jones going full Daniel Jones now, not having Colts on the main slate. Coming back to face the Chiefs will tell us a lot about whether he'll be useful. The only thing is, Mike, is that wasn't this their second outdoor game? Like, it could just be a dome merchant. We've seen this with Colts teams, I feel like. Maybe that's a bro sciencey take. I feel like the Colts some years are just like way better at home. And I'm sure that was like multiple coaching staffs ago, and it's like the jersey doesn't matter. But like I don't know. Sometimes we do see dome teams like play significantly worse. You know, Tomlin has his Tomlin voodoo. I don't want to read too much into it, but I definitely think the Colts will continue to be relevant. And when the Colts are at home, I'm going to be on them until they have a performance like that there. That's kind of where I'm at. The problem with Taysom is they have to get to the goal line. Carolina's defense is actually pretty frisky. But I don't know. Taysom Hill's one of those guys that sort of defies logic, and he just randomly goes. He's a Ponzi scheme, and you just hope you're buying him the week that like everyone actually the checks cash, and otherwise you're just paying money into the Taysom Hill Ponzi. You just have to accept it is what it is. I'm not gonna have a big stand on him. Like, don't take this to mean I'm super high on Taysom Hill. I took him because it's a playbook, and I thought it was more fun than taking my 9.8 points from Mark Andrews. Go AZ Cards. 93 drafts in the playbook. 100% May Diggs, not as bad as you think. That's fair. I just don't see the ceiling. And maybe that's me being blinded by like what we've seen in a not big sample in the year. Steven says, I could be wrong, but I think Jones fumbled 3 times. That sounds right. I didn't watch the entirety of that game. Colts have like the 5th easiest schedule to this point, 4th hardest rest of the season. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm still into him. I'm gonna give him a pass playing in Pittsburgh, but yeah. Artillery Frost GM, the Dodgers went back to. Hey, congrats to the Dodger fans, of which I know there are many. It is funny. I think a lot of my like Twitter feed and kind of sports people are Canadian that I follow, and so like it definitely was a lot more pro Blue Jays stuff. But you know, kudos to the Dodgers, a very exciting series. I did not follow baseball much this year, but it did reward those who did as a cap to the season. Like Taysom being a meme coin he's totally a meme coin, and you just have to know you might get dumped on there. Diggs is fine, but he's gotten over 15 fantasy points once this season. Not sure what the priority is. Yeah, again, I don't want to be the like, oh, this guy doesn't have a ceiling, and then like, well, anyone has a ceiling if they get like 9 targets or something and 2 touchdowns. Like, you know, these things happen. I just like May seems content to spread it a bit. Did Booty get hurt? Though? Did I miss that? That did happen, huh? Yeah, so maybe all right. I'll hop in on this. I see a message. I see Sirach. Yeah, I guess if Booty's hurt, then I might be more interested. Yeah, the No Badge Brigade. Who are these No Badgers filling playbooks at 9:13 a.m. on Monday? I don't know. The truth is out there, people. The truth is out there. But yes, Sirach, thank you. One more for playbook. This might be the only. I mean, that's the new advertising angle. Come see the only 12-person playbook streamed. My gosh. And I got new tagline. Terrence, Daniel Jones, Goff, Kyler Darnold. I don't trust under pressure. Unfortunately for the Colts, they'll probably extend Jones and lock themselves into high floor, low ceiling. The only thing I'd say to that is like they're not going to do anything till the season's over. Like I think we all would have thought that Darnold would have gotten that extension, and then literally it took 2 bad games for the Colts for the Vikings to be like, nah, we're good with McCarthy. So I think we'll wait. Like, if he's actually good the whole year, I think they should sign him. Like, maybe he just needs a new system and is better indoors or whatnot. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, he could just be a easy schedule merchant. Yeah, no, we got the new tagline here. My concern here is he does. There are a lot of games where he doesn't get volume, but on slates where I pick May, I sprinkle the stack. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense there. Mike says, "Don't let your wife ask if booty is her." Yeah, a lot of context. A lot of context required to know what the heck we're talking about. As a Pats fan, yes, booty is out, so Diggs is worth a shot. Yeah, I think if I was a little more alert, I would have made that. Made that connection there. It's okay if we don't win the playbook. We'll just have another story of whoa. That does help with his market share of targets. Yeah, it has to, right? It definitely has to. Let me just. So we've got Diggs, a hurt booty, Demario Douglas. There we go. There's a name that we're probably going to be clicking on in the 12 persons, and I have to. Here, let me make my pick. Let me just take Puka Nacua. I'll pull the board up so people can see. Again, yeah, we had Cook go to like a Badger with goat horns at 3, which I feel like, it's not just like Scrappy, the no Badger. So I have to think that we're kind of correct about Cook rising. I don't think we're breaking any ground saying Cook against Miami is a good play, but I wouldn't be afraid to take him early in these contests. But yeah, I got to look at the snap stuff to see what Pop Douglas ended up playing, but he certainly seems like he is live and could be a fun, someone. I think it was UT Cage who said it didn't look like a scrolly week. Maybe he's our first scrolly guy. Leverage off of Diggs, who people are just clicking, and I don't see it again. Maybe with booty out, but we will see. Yeah, hey, Huhames, sup, fam? Appreciate you so much, Huhames. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. We're getting through it. Also, folks, if you haven't liked and subbed, please like and sub. We are doing these playbooks. These are so wonky. Lamar Jackson will not be at pick 4. Josh Allen will not be at pick 5. They will be later. Maybe Allen, maybe they're at the back end of the first round, but even there, I don't think so. I don't necessarily think so. Jackson Dart will not go at 11. Just odd stuff in these early no Badger drafts, but it's going to anchor these ADPs very high when the Dawg Bowl opens. Let's see. We got Sorokin in here. He took Gibbs at 2. I don't think we're going to learn what positions, like if you can go early receiver, what the late running backs look like. Sometimes in the 12 persons, there's fun late options at running back. So you feel like you can take the flyer on the early receivers. Other times that's flipped. I don't know what the slate is. Obviously, this is the first 12 person that I've done. Yeah, I mean, I should just take like Marvin Harrison here, and then he's going to have an ADP of like 20, and everyone's going to take him early. Like, I think people do weird gamesmanship stuff like that. Like, we could make Luther Burden, a second round pick. Well, I mean, we're not going to do that. But it's just stuff we can do. This is an interesting spot. Do we take Kyron, Bucky, Dowdle, or Hall? I think I take Dowdle over all of them. I like Kyron. If Corum worked in a lot more, again, I got to look at all the snap share stuff. I didn't have my time to do my, normal like review of that before I hopped on. But the vibes felt like Corum got more work than normal in that game. And I do really like the chance of Dowdle against the Saints here. So I'm going to keep taking him. If he might be a guy I get a ton of if he's kind of floating in the second round. It's possible in the Dawg Bowl because people get very running back thirsty. He gets pulled into this kind of 1-2 turn area. I could see that. But if not, I mean, his ADP is currently 21. If somehow it ends up there, I will be taking him a ton. We'll be taking him a ton. Hey, Hartman, GM to you. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out. Thank you as always for the support. TKH, Pop Douglas' uncle passed away the game before yesterday. Man played his heart. That is tough to hear, but yeah, heck of a performance. Good for him. I know we all want Kyle Williams to be a thing. Maybe he sees a little. I'm not drafting Kyle Williams. Please don't draft Kyle Williams. It does seem like he is not going to be a thing this year, but maybe Booty getting hurt opens up a little more snaps. I feel like he was rotating in, and then that's gotten less. Maybe that returns. I think he just might be bad. I think he might just be one of the worst BBM picks we were making. Chris says 16% DeMario and Alec Pierce in BBM. My 9th place team screaming up to 7th. Yeah. Alec Pierce, did he score or did he just have like a ton of yards? I can't remember. But yeah, the Alec Pierce is a fun guy in best ball. He's literally like the most classic better in best ball player. TKH, also Ramondre was a toe injury. I'd like to think he's available. Toes are no joke. Turf toe is no joke. Like, Purdy's missed multiple weeks largely because of turf toe, and he's not a running back. Like, they gave turf toe like this goofy name to make it sound not serious. It's actually like a real problem. So I don't know. I don't mind drafting Ramondre because worst case is you get the Q tag. So if you're playing Q tag roulette, I think that's certainly fine. But there is no guarantee he's back from this. So I don't know. I feel like when they do fake injuries, they do ankles. They do like ankles and knees. Like that's where I'd be like air quotes. Because you can have a sore ankle. The toe thing seems like it might really be turf toe. All right, what do we got? All right, let's see. What are the running backs? If I sort by projection. Judkins, Kamara. Oh, Trey Benson. Is Benson back? I don't know enough about Benson's status, and I don't want to take an out tag. Yeesh. Okay, let's see. What are the ADPs? Kamara, Krosky Merritt, Judkins, Tracy. Oof. I feel like if I don't get Judkins, which I just did, I would have taken a receiver here. Maybe Odunze. I have to think Judkins is back. If he's not, then this pick's going to be bad. We at least will get the Q tag, but I think a healthy Judkins against the Jets rises. I don't think he'll be available at pick 31. I know Judkins was bad last game, but this matchup I think is going to be slightly better. Huhaim says, Pop can thank me for drafting Booty and Dawg Bowl last week. Brutal. Pierce definitely didn't catch my touchdown prop. Yeah, I didn't think he scored, but I think I knew he got a bunch of yards. TKH, we'll see if he practices Wednesday. If he practices Wednesday, I think we're good. I'd be very surprised. TKH loves the 1.1 draft, totally unbiased. All right, he went the one draft went CMC London, CMC May and Diggs. Yep, not bad. Not bad at all. Sirac, what are you up to? Sirac, Gibbs, Nico, and Egbuka. Yeah, that's pretty good. My only worry about Nico is if it is Davis Mills, that could be ugly. But we will see. I don't see the No Badgers. Romeo Kane taking Goff at 17. It's just going to give Goff an inflated ADP. Again, these things can have effects for like a long time. This Brown, Adams, Odunze, Stafford team is fun. I would not have taken Stafford there, but there's only 4 teams don't have quarterbacks. So I'm going to get the absolute dregs at quarterback here. Like I'm tempted to just take unstacked Caleb because that actually seems pretty good. but I will not pass Wandale there. Might even not pass Tet. Tet seems pretty nice. JMO's always live in these things. Shahid, MHJ. This is pretty late for MHJ. Pick 60, 59. I would be taking some of that. Torrey Horton's cup is out. Juwan Jennings at 66. That's kind of goofy. What are the quarterback options? This is fine. I'll take Wandale here. Maybe I should have looked more at tight end, but we're already at Mark Andrews at the top of the queue, so we're going to be a little scrolly here. So we got Dowdle, Judkins, Puka, and Wandale. As we see, quarterbacks went early, right? There's only 4 teams without a quarterback in the 4th round. You know, after one pick in the 4th round, only 4 teams were left without a quarterback. It's kind of interesting there. Hartman asks, why did Daniels go in the 1st round? Because people do weird stuff in the playbook. Like, I do not know. People are not afraid to do some wonky stuff in these drafts. Again, I don't know why, but every Monday morning a wave of no Badgers comes in and just rips playbooks. It's odd. I won't speculate, but it's odd. All right, Sirach is coming up, so we'll keep an eye on him. Looking at tight end options, we did the Taysom bit last time. Andrews, Johnson, Henry, Fannin, all those are fine. Zach Ertz. I want to say Zach Ertz tends to be okay with Mariota. I think the game he goose-egged was with Mariota, so that could be wrong, but I think he has done okay when he comes in. You know, Loveland is certainly live there. His ADP will not remain at 64 in this contest. No way. Where is Mason Taylor? Yeah, nobody's drafted Mason Taylor. I would take a flyer on him as a late dart. I think that's fine, but you know, kind of an interesting little slate we got here. Just getting our feet wet and doing some of the first drafts of the week, helping set these ADPs. So now we're seeing the tight ends go. Justin Fields goes, so somebody did think enough to scroll down to him. Sirach, he went Addison, Andrew, so he's fine punting quarterback. We'll see who he takes. I don't mind JJ McCarthy. He had a rushing touchdown. He's shown some rushing upside. I'm not telling you who to draft. I'm saying options for unstacked quarterbacks. I think he is definitely on the list there. Everybody to my right has a quarterback, so I'm going to take a tight end first. But I can tell you all, unstacked Darnold is still here. Purdy's fine. Quarterback seems kind of deep. Wow, Bryce Young had under 4 fantasy points and they won. I think my preference would just be London here. Loveland. So Loveland, and then who do we want? Unstacked Darnold. Unstacked McCarthy, we mentioned. Mariota. You can do unstacked Mariota every now and then because he does run. I don't think it's the route I want to go. I think I'm just going to end up taking Darnold. Even with no stacking partners, I think that's fine. I don't really know what these no Badgers are up to. Just doing odd stuff, but yeah, I think Loveland Darnold here is fine. You don't have to be super perfect in the playbook, and unstacked Darnold has gotten home a couple times, I feel like. So we will do that. And yes, I'll be taking JJ with Addison unless you want an unstack. No, No, I don't actually mind. I don't mind him unstacked. I actually think that's like something I'm probably gonna do in some dog bowls, or even in the 6 persons. It's possible he has a ceiling. That was a huge win for them. And with Jones got hurt, so you never know what that opens up as far as maybe a couple more designed runs. Like, it only takes a couple plays to have that sort of thing make an impact. Got mobility, looked comfortable. The Lions defense is kind of maligned, but they tend to have a good pass rush. So don't mind that. Jordan Mason pick 61. That's a good pick. That's someone to remember. That's too late. That probably should be going a couple rounds earlier, I would say, with Aaron Jones getting hurt. I would kind of put a pin in that for future drafts, for those of you who are going to do 12 persons. Yeah, I actually like the team that this person put together. I think this is a strong team in the 12 hole. Amon-Ra, Devontae, Odunze, Staffy, and then Theo Johnson and Jordan Mason. All right, let's see. We will just take Sam Darnold, and that will wrap that team up. So it's Darnold, Dowdle, Judkins, Puka, Wandale, and Loveland. We'll see what Sirach does, and then we'll get on out of here. Yeah, Judkins, of course. If Judkins is out, Dylan Sampson. I don't hate taking a punt on someone like Dylan Sampson, because if Judkins is ruled out, Sampson is now going to be probably, I would guess, like a fourth round pick, maybe even up to the 3rd, I could see. So if you want to play the inverse of the Q tag and take the backup and just know that you're risking a draft, I don't think that's a bad way to do it. Personally, I feel like Judkins is probably back based on the injury reporting I've heard, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So I will hop in one more playbook, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. But it's been fun. Definitely, we're very close to a huge victory Monday. Brock Bowers had other plans for us, but that's okay. We soldier on. I think I have a lot of people I feel got like a bad rub. Mythology and Best Ball Viper, certainly, but Brian the Goober getting sniped, because I don't know how many of you were watching that stream, but we were literally talking about it, and it kills me. He should have. Why did somebody take 2 tight ends there? Somebody going 2 tight ends like screwed Brian out of a seat, and that it bugs me. Just someone playing so bad. But alas, Sirach does not lie to us. He takes JJ McCarthy. I believed you. And nothing else really made sense. So good stuff there. Sirach's team is Gibbs, Nico, Egbuka, Addison, Andrews, and JJ McCarthy. So not too bad of a slate. Gets a little thin, Ken Walker, I don't think he'll be drafted. I'm trying to see if there's any late scrolls that are going to have interest to me. Like, am I really Jalen Lane? I think we've gone maybe a little bit of shark jumping with some of these picks. But all right, let's hop in a playbook. This will be the last. Waiting for one if anyone wants to fill. 12-person playbook. All right, and now we are off. It's an hour and 8. Playbook 2. All right, and we've got Sirach in here. We've got Gilly, and we've got T-Cage hanging out. So appreciate that. Kieran says, to be fair, I take a tight end against the Bengals myself if the top of the crop is strong. Yeah, just two tight end is just playing bad. It really is. I mean, could you have gotten there with Bowers and Loveland? Yes. But think of all of the other infinite combinations of tight ends that would not have been good. Like, are you really going to hit that one? They're almost always going to project less. They're almost always going to project less than the receivers. And I also think at that point, Kmet was back. So it was kind of a riskier click anyway. It wasn't earlier in the week. So I don't know. It was, I don't think that person was playing well. All right, we are off. We are off. We've got CMC going at the 1. Yeah. It'd be. I mean, I dream of like a JSN Cook team if that could somehow happen. I just don't think people are really going to take out Josh Allen there. Lamar Jackson at the 2. So now we have to put our money where our mouth is in some of these things. Puka, JSN, or Gibbs. What does my heart of hearts tell me? If there was no ADP to guide me, what would I do? I would draft James Cook, actually. So we're gonna do it. I really like Cook this week. I don't think I'm gonna do this every time in the like BRs because I don't want to end up with like none of these other guys. But if I'm taking Truth Serum, that's where I'm drafting Cook. I really think Cook might be the 1.2. So could be bad. You know, maybe we even see that wide receiver is kind of shallow, and so I should have erred towards JSN or Puka. But I don't know. If Sirach takes Dowdle at 7, I mean, I think that's more than okay. I like him quite a bit. Terms of man, he takes Allen. So yeah, we'll just take Amon-Ra. You know, Amon-Ra, another huge volume game, no touchdowns. Got close, got tackled at the 1. It's the way she goes. I had a good DFS week. Had a very good DFS week, and actually Amon-Ra not scoring probably cost it being a great DFS week, but that's the way she goes. That is the way she goes. Sirac says, promise I'm not sniping. I'm work home Monday, so I maxed the playbook. Oh, I don't care. Don't worry. I really don't, you know, draft how you want to. I mean, it's annoying if someone is like intentionally snipe me because they think it's funny, but if you're drafting your team and you take a guy I like, I don't care. It actually makes me feel better. Like, oh, a guy that I liked, someone else who I think is sharp likes too. So it's like confirmation. Pukachu, one of the great names in YouTube. GM, hey, appreciate you, Pukachu. Thanks so much for coming in, hanging out. Appreciate all your support. This will be the last draft. Then I'm gonna hop. I will be watching Pete's portfolio review when that comes on at 10 myself. But ton of fun doing these drafts. Fun commiserating with all of the near misses we had, but some good people got in. Gunnar Ross, super happy for you to get in there. Crutches, awesome seeing you get there. And you know, Awin, leave some for the rest of us. But yeah, he won't be in anymore. He's got 3 seats, so he is done. He is done. I'll take Egbuka here. That seems good. We got Cook, Amon-Ra, Egbuka. I don't think I could ever complain about a team that starts like that. That's yeah. All right. Maybe this is our week. Maybe this is our week here. All right. So let's see what Sirach does. He's got Gibbs and Dowdle there. Needs a couple of receivers at some point. He goes Kittle. He says, I don't need receivers. I'm going Kittle, Waddle. Makes sense. Yeah, tight end stinks, huh? Like, am I really reaching up to take Sam Laporta? Yuck. It's kind of a gross tight end week, folks. It's kind of a gross tight end week, not gonna lie. Boy, it's also a gross running back week. Jeez Louise. What gosh. I don't want to click on anything. I need to click on something. Woof. I don't think I want to do. I guess I'm gonna take Dart. This is a coward. Oops, that's not what. I'm gonna take Dart because it's a little cowardly, but it does open up the Theo Johnson if I want to go Theo to end the team. I need more time to think of these running backs. I mean, Judkins is fine. Breece Hall is fine. It seems like he probably won't get traded. You know, Swift with the Q tag, it could be Monungai. Aaron Jones is going to be out. I don't want to be clicking Travion Henderson. there... If I sort by projection, does it get better? You have Ramondre they have projected in. Krosky Merritt. This is so gross. This is tough. I was like, oh, I like my team, and now I'm like, I'm gonna not like how this team ends. Woof. TK, yeah, after 2 drafts of running back is very super shallow. Super shallow. Alvin Kamara will score at least double what he did last week if that's worth anything. Didn't he what did he do? Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm like, he really might have had stone 0. Ugh. This is ugly stuff, folks. This is very ugly stuff. I think I prefer Hunter Henry to Theo, even with the stack. But then Loveland, like, don't we just take Colston Loveland here? I think we just do that. I know he's not going to break like a 60-yard touchdown every game, but I mean, they have to get him more involved. They have to get him more involved there. So we got Dart, Cook, Amon-Ra, Igbuka, Loveland. I mean, this could be the mythical 3 receiver week. Is it just Jordan Mason? How many carries did he get yesterday? 10? Yikes. God, Jordan Mason's just not even any good. He's going to be like unowned. I might take Jordan Mason in this playbook because nobody's drafting him. And maybe he does end up with some steam. And if he goes off, we'll just win the playbook because no one's going to take him. I don't know. This is tough. I could also just do 3 receiver and take Wandale or Slayton. And that might be the move. But I'll take a plunge. I'll take a plunge on Mason here. You know, not my favorite spot, but at home, you know, I don't love that Baltimore's kind of coming off the mini bye. They're getting healthier. Their defense is good, but I don't know. I do not know. I'm going to take Jordan Mason here, though, and we're going to find out if this is truly, truly awful by the end of the week. But I don't think this projection's right. I think he's going to project well with no Aaron Jones. So we go Jordan Mason. Siraki goes Gibbs, Dowdle, Kittle, Waddle, Ojunze, and Caleb. Just a competent, coherent team here. You know, maybe we see why running back is going to be the preferred start. You still can get some decent receivers. If you look at the receivers still left, you know, Steph Diggs, Olave, the Giants guys, Fat Debo, you know, Torrey Horton if Kupp is out, Marvin Harrison, I think Jennings. Like there's some guys you can click on. There's definitely some guys you can click on if you have to push it. Let's see what Tyler did. CMC, Jefferson, Adams, May, Swift, and Henry. All right, so playing the Swift Q-Tag game. But if he comes up, then you might be getting a little bit of ADP value on Swift if he's back in. But I don't know if they're going to put the Monungai genie back in the bottle. He looked pretty good. TK, look what Jones did in his touches. Hopefully minor injury. Yeah. But he's just always hurt. It's so brutal. Yeah, and if Jones is in, then I just lost a playbook. What are you going to do? I'm going to lose a lot of playbooks. But everybody had so much fun. So glad I was able to get the stream in. It was not looking good last night, but we got home. We got the stream in. We moved past a heartbreaking weekend, but you know what? It's okay. There was victory for some of our friends, so awesome to see that. But I will be back tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., same great time, same great channel. So appreciate all of you. And don't forget to like, sub, and drop a comment. Leave a comment. It helps with the algo so much. So take care, everyone. I'll see y'all tomorrow.